Hi everybody, this is Soft Winds Blowing, or Alex, or Silent Winds Blowing if you prefer. I still haven't quite figured out what I want to call myself yet. I think Soft Winds Blowing sounds a little bit catchier. Silent Winds Blowing doesn't sound bad, but I don't know, Soft Winds sounds better. So I think I might call myself that, Soft Winds. But you can call me Alex or Silent Winds if you want. So I just got finished uploading the first video. I apologize for it being a little bit, how do I say, not grainy, but it's not of high resolution, and the problem with that was, well, it was a difference between, it was actually how I rendered it. I rendered it as a WAV file or WAV file. Typically, if you want high resolution exports, or if you want to export a video at high resolution, ideally you want to do it as a .mp4 file. That's sort of the file you open things up on in DivX or RealPlay, or Real Player, I should say. It's kind of I don't know what the difference is in the coding, other than what it's typically associated with the media players. But I think the MP4 file is a lot more detail oriented. It's also a lot bigger in size, so I guess it can handle that higher resolution, and it'll lose a lot of the grain. And it kind of sucked, because when I saw the final product for the video, I watched it. It was really grainy, and that's no good. I mean, it's not bad for my first video. I just wanted to put something out there, because I really do love this whispering, and I've been away from it for so long, actually making them. And I forgot what I called myself before. There were like several. As I said before in the other video, there were several different accounts that I opened, whispering accounts, and I can't remember them. I remember the design of some of them, like some of the backgrounds that I put them as. I think they're kind of similar as to what I put for this one, but it's a little bit different. I didn't do anything specifically fancy for the background of the last one. I just threw something together in Photoshop really quick. I put in a black background. I took the paint tool. I selected one of the settings, which had the hardness set to 0. Put it like a size 40, I think, and then I just started drawing little waves with different colors on them. Made sort of it's calming, I think. I was aiming at first for a double helix type thing, but it didn't really flow. So I just kind of went with whatever sort of looked aesthetically pleasing. And then I added some different filters onto it. I think I added a Gaussian blur, or Gaussian blur, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I added a ripple effect. And then, what else? There was one other effect, I can't remember what it is, but I think it helped. Oh, it was some other thing that kind of made it look grainy. The actual nice though. And then for the text, I just sort of emboldened it. I added a stroke effect to the text. I added a drop of shadow, and I think that's it for the text. It's really simplistic, really. It feels a lot faster doing it than than it does actually describing the process. But Photoshop is really fun. I wish I could have more time and patience to mess around with it more. What I really want more than anything is a little tablet that I can plug into my computer so that I can draw with the tablet and have it transfer onto the Photoshop application. Because drawing with the mouse, it's kind of a pain in the ass, to be frank. It's very difficult, and I kind of have, with the mouse, my hands kind of jerk a little bit. I don't have particularly shaky hands. I have, I think, more or less steady hands. But yeah, it's kind of difficult to control a mouse when it comes to doing very fine point kind of drawings and things like that in Photoshop. So ideally I do want to get a tablet for drawing on there. I don't know how much one would cost. I don't particularly have the money to do so. But oh well, I think I'll, if my company's still around by the end of next month, I think I'll try to get a tablet. If not the middle of next month. Or excuse me, not next month, this month. I keep on thinking it's still February, but it's in the middle of March. What day is it? It's March 5th now. It's around 2 o'clock. I'm up this late because, well, I ended up sleeping. I think I said this before. Sleeping as soon as I got home from 5 till about 11 o'clock. I woke up. And yeah, today was really, really difficult. It's just, but I won't dwell on it. It's kind of depressing stuff, really. But I'm glad to be home now. I got to talk to my girlfriend a little bit, and she's doing good. She's having some issues with her eye, though. Something got caught in it, and now her eye's kind of swollen. And, it's it's tearing up quite a bit. I've had that happen quite a bit. I actually had that happen today. A little bit. I had to flush it out with some saline. I don't know what the hell got in it. Maybe it was an eyelash, or maybe a little bit of grain or whatever. Who knows? A little bit of sand or dirt. But the living hell out of my eye. It was just as I was about to go to sleep as well, when it started acting up, and it just I got so mad because I was just ready to go to sleep. I was just so tired and exhausted. I had a headache as well. I've been getting, because of the stress, I think, because of the amount of hours I work, I get migraines. I get stressed out, and I get physically sick when I get stressed. My body, that's my body's way of telling me, this is no good for you. You need to stop. I get physically sick. And I was out for 2 days. Last week and the week before. Not 2 days in both weeks, but 2 days consecutively. And, that it showed on my paycheck, and that's kind of why I can't really afford all that much right now. Just kind of running by a bare minimum. And, yeah, it kind of hurt pretty bad to see this paycheck. Especially with how hard I worked throughout the week, and I didn't really get as much as I thought I would, as much as I deserved, really. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to find something else to do really soon. right now I'm just clinging on to the things at home that keep me going. My girlfriend, like I said, just talking to her. Yeah, having her cheer me up and cheering her up makes me feel by itself so much better. And then I get to talk to my friends, I get to watch my shows every now and again, you know, if I have the time for it, if I make the time for it, if I stay up late. I play a little bit of music, or listen to some music, just relax. I practice my martial arts. Yeah, it's very therapeutic as well. And or it could be vigorous. It just depends on how I do it. If I practice my kata, my sort of it's kind of like almost a regiment, but it's almost like a dance, really, but not quite so. It's sort of a routine that embodies certain techniques into a sort of I can't really explain it. It's just kata to me. I just understand it as kata. But I perform that, and it's very graceful. Like if you've ever seen like Tai Chi, or a better example is in Star Trek: The Next Generation, when you see Lieutenant Worf practicing his Klingon martial art, which is, I think it's more or less heavily based on Tai Chi. You see him doing something that resembles a kata. And it's a very slow, ritualistic practicing of certain techniques and moves. And it's a way to sort of impress upon yourself these moves, and to keep practicing them, and to keep it fresh in your mind, so that way you don't really get, so that way your techniques don't get dulled. And it's a very beautiful thing to see, especially Japanese kata. You know, Chinese kata. I mean, it's called something different, I think, but it's beautiful as well. I think the Chinese and Japanese martial arts are probably the two most beautiful in the world, really. I mean, I've seen some other martial arts that are, yeah, they're impressive, but they're not as aesthetically pleasing, and some of them really aren't as effective. They're more or less driven by strength, speed, flash, you know. Just, you know, it's just, I don't know, I just prefer, for Chinese, I like Wing Chun Kung Fu, and for Japanese, I like Aikido, I like Jiu-Jitsu. Those are the two I like. There's the Kung Fu and the Karate. Yeah. It's very relaxing, very therapeutic. And if you do need to blow off some steam, it could be rigorous enough to practice, to where you can sort of get it all out and relieve the tension. But I'm hoping it doesn't snow earlier than the weather says it's supposed to here in Oklahoma. I checked the weather, I think it was a few hours ago, and it said that it was supposed to snow or kind of rain later on tonight, and I'm hoping it doesn't do that. Instead, during the day. But at the same time, I kind of am, because I really don't want to go into work. You know, that's how sort of getting. I'm hoping it'll rain in or snow in, and where people won't want pictures taken. But, that's just. Like I said, I just need to find something else. Because, and understand this is very, very important for those who are trying to get into the job market. What I'm about to tell you, before you exit high school, try as best you can to get any opportunities where you can gain some marketable skills, whether that be working a cash register at the school or doing some volunteer work that involves you doing something that you can do at a job later on. So like maybe say if you did some cooking for a charity, or if you helped organize a fundraiser or something like that. It's just like find marketable skills that will get you hired instantly. So not only will you have volunteer work on your record, but you'll have skills that you can use for specific jobs. Also, another thing is to, I'd say don't stress about what you want to be not when you grow up, but what you want to be for the rest of your life. I think when you grow up is a misleading concept, because when you grow up, when you reach adulthood, you still are learning, you're still growing, you're still adapting to life. You always are. And to say once you reach adulthood you should know what you want to do for the rest of your life, that's too much. That's way too much for anyone. Especially since we're so derived to freedom, derived to creativity. We're so heavily dependent on these outlets to sort of stimulate creativity instead of being able to have our imagination of our own, and we can get it back, but it takes a lot of work to get creativity back and to have an open mind like that. But it's just don't pressure yourself, please. I thankfully know that I want to be a musician, that I want to do stuff with producing, with singing, performing. I also know that I want to do stuff with business. I want to open up my own record store that has a little cafe in it and sells merchandise as well. Little t-shirts, such. Little bobbleheads, trinkets, little knickknacks and stuff. And that's my dream. Those are my goals. And I'm very lucky to know that at this early of an age, to be honest. Because people, you hear about the midlife crisis, and that typically then happens not just because you've hit the halfway point in your life, but because there's the tedium of working day to day at a job you don't like, having it rule over your life for so long, and you get used to it for a while, but then one day you wake up and realize that you're in a place you don't belong, that that it's just you've forsaken your dreams for the sake of having a little bit of money now, a little bit of extra money now, as opposed to maybe not having as much money later, but for you to feel a sense of fulfillment with your life, to have an occupation where you can say you're proud to get up in the morning, where you're happy to put in the extra hours and to feel like this is somewhere where you can really work. You don't know if it's going to be for the rest of your life, or maybe for, for the next week, but you love your job. It's a job that, for as long as you can think, that you've been happy with. You've been happy coming into work and having a good experience with it. So that's what I'm shooting for, really. But right now, the problem inherently is money. Because I do have to watch out for not only myself, but for my girlfriend as well. And so it's very difficult balancing the two and trying to pursue my dreams, which, as a musician, the equipment and such costs quite a bit of money, so it's very difficult. But I'm making connections, and I'm using what tools I have now to better myself and to put out work. So I'm inching my way towards my dreams, and while that may not be satisfactory to me, I think it's better than nothing, to be completely honest, because I'd rather that than to do this, what I do now, for the rest of my life, then wake up one day and have that midlife crisis and wonder what the hell I'm doing. Why have I wasted my life doing something I hate? So understand that there is absolutely no pressure to pick something now, to regiment your life and to plan it out. There's life always changes. You can't put it in a regiment. You can't make it into a little routine always. You have to make room for adjustments. You have to make room for for little side trips, for adventure. If you didn't have that, then you wouldn't have a very fulfilled life, and it would be a life of misery, really, if you just stuck to your goals. Just to your goals, not adding any new ones, not going off the beaten path, and having a little fun, because it's something that isn't encouraged. There's no fun, there's no creativity, there's nothing really for these kids, for us, for our parents even, to do. We don't have any work, we don't have any outlets to go to that are healthy. There are not very many anymore. It's just a horrible age right now. But if we work together, we'll make it better. I'm certain of it. Because we're people. We're sentient beings. We can do whatever we put our minds to, as long as we don't impose our ideals onto others and make them do something they don't want to. But I don't know if I'm gonna go to sleep soon. I'm feeling a little bit tired again, but I don't know. I really don't know. I think I'm gonna start looking for jobs as soon as I finish this, and see what I can find that matches my pay rate, or maybe is a little bit better. Because right now, the only thing that really kills me is, it's just the infrequency of the hours, because sometimes I'll work 10 to 12 hour days, but other times I'll work 5-6 hours a day, and I can't take that, just the variance. It hurts my paycheck, and, it's no good. So I need something more solid, but, it's hard to find, around here it's just a bunch of retail jobs. Anything else you have to have, a degree or prior skill or experience.